Today, we are going to focus on the technology news in China, but we'll present it in a special way, by borrowing the classic title from the movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. First, let's talk about the good side of Chinese technology, also known as the good. China recently successfully launched the world's first methane-fueled rocket. This is quite impressive, surpassing the achievements of SpaceX and Blue Origin from the United States. They have some catching up to do. Well, it's like a great comeback in the space industry. I must say, Chinese rockets really know how to live their lives. Using methane fuel is not only environmentally friendly but also cost-effective. It's like the green energy of the space industry. They even say that this type of rocket is safer. Maybe it's because methane fuel can be used for cooking hot pot, so even if the fire gets big, it's not a problem? The rocket that was successfully launched this time is called ZHUQUE-2, which sounds like a name straight out of ancient Chinese mythology. I imagine a magical vermilion bird on the rocket, shooting flames into space. It's truly imaginative. Now, you might ask why they use liquid oxygen methane as fuel. First of all, it doesn't accumulate carbon deposits. Do you know what carbon deposits are? It's like the scale that forms at the bottom of your kettle when you boil water for a long time. That's called carbon deposits. If your kettle accumulates carbon deposits, you can buy a new one, but if a rocket accumulates carbon deposits, you'll have to build a new rocket. So, this liquid oxygen methane is like a descaling tool for rocket fuel, the protector for reusability. The storage temperature of liquid oxygen methane is very close to that of liquid oxygen. It's like when you buy ice cream, some can be stored in a freezer at -18 degrees, while others require -30 degrees. You would definitely choose the one that can be stored at -18 degrees. Why? Because you only have one freezer at home. How could you buy a new freezer just for one ice cream? Similarly, space inside a rocket is limited, so having liquid oxygen methane with a storage temperature close to that of liquid oxygen saves space. The preparation difficulty of liquid oxygen methane is not high. It's like the food your mom cooks. Her food is delicious, but when she's not home, can you cook complex dishes? Of course not. You would make simple dishes because they are easier to prepare. Similarly, liquid oxygen methane is easy to prepare, saving a lot of time and effort. This is the masterpiece of a Chinese private company called LandSpace. They first attempted this last year, but unfortunately, it failed. It's okay, life is about trying again and again. Now they have succeeded, securing China's lead in developing the next generation of rockets. It's more thrilling than playing cards and snatching the dealer position. Chinese commercial space companies are truly emerging rapidly, like mushrooms after the rain. Since the government allowed private investment in the aerospace industry in 2014, a large number of companies have entered the field. LandSpace is one of the earliest and wealthiest among them. It seems that China's commercial space market is developing at a rocket speed. However, I have to mention that while China has achieved some remarkable accomplishments in space, for some people, this may also mean that space competition will become more intense. You see, there might be a day in the future when we witness a rocket war in space, and it won't be a joke. Let's talk about the somewhat bad aspect, also known as the bad. Recently, China Mobile, together with Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, China Telecom, China Unicom, and Bank of China, launched a SIM card hardware wallet product on the digital RMB app. According to Chinese state media, this magical thing allows you to use digital RMB payment even when your phone is offline, the screen is off, or your phone is completely out of battery. Is this for real? I have my doubts. Imagine your phone completely out of battery, and you're waving it vigorously in front of a POS machine, and miraculously, the transaction receipt prints out. It's like magic, so smooth. I can only say that if this is true, it would be a mind-blowing invention. You would never have to worry about your phone running out of battery again. As long as you have arm strength, you can complete transactions. So convenient. But let me calm down for a moment. From my understanding, a SIM card is a smart card that can store information and perform certain tasks. In some countries, SIM cards have already been used to securely store and process financial transactions. However, having a SIM card work independently and process payment transactions when the phone is out of battery seems a bit exaggerated. I guess their super SIM card must have a built-in generator and a mini nuclear fusion battery. So, China has achieved miniaturization of nuclear fusion. That's amazing. The text also mentions the concept of a super SIM card, which sounds like something out of a futuristic sci-fi movie. However, the description in the text is too vague, and I have no idea what it really is. Maybe it's some kind of superpower SIM card that can process payment transactions without any power. Who knows? Furthermore, to use this so-called SIM card hardware wallet, your phone needs to have NFC capability. For those who are not familiar with NFC, it is a short-range communication technology that enables contactless transactions. However, I have to tell you a secret, NFC also requires power. It's really hard to imagine conducting NFC communication when your phone is out of battery. Is it magic? So, overall, I have some reservations about this SIM card hardware wallet idea. While a SIM card can store and protect digital currency information, executing transactions without any power or network connection is still challenging with current technology. Perhaps this is just a concept, or maybe there will be more advanced technologies in the future to achieve this goal. However, for now, let's just plug in our chargers, keep our phones powered on, and enjoy the convenience of digital payments. Remember to charge your phone so that your digital yuan doesn't get locked in the hard wallet, making it inconvenient to go out. Now, let's move on to the ugly. This year's Hangzhou Asian Games in China have unprecedented security measures. The police have implemented strict security measures, even modifying the peepholes on hotel room doors into facial recognition cameras connected directly to the police. If an unregistered visitor is detected, it automatically triggers an alarm. What level of security is this? It's a level that not even superheroes can escape. Even Batman would have to register obediently. It's quite chilling, considering that we're here to watch the games, not participate in a game of who's the undercover agent. The Asian Games organizers claim that this is for security reasons, installing facial recognition on hotel doors. I initially thought I would be treated like a celebrity, but it turns out it's just a 24/7 selfie program. When I wake up in the morning, before even brushing my teeth, the peephole on the door silently takes my photo. It doesn't feel very heartwarming at all. The Asian Games has truly become a major event, not only because it's a sports extravaganza, but also because you have to disclose your personal information, openly telling everyone who you are, where you're staying, and why you're here. Just think, if those high-profile celebrities were to come, the hotel would instantly turn into a red carpet event. Is this their secret publicity strategy? I always thought hotels were places where we could relax and unwind, but now they've become like prisons. It's like there's an invisible big brother watching over you, controlling your every move. I just want to say, boss, I'm here to watch a game, not participate in a prison experience activity. In the hotel lobby, there's a friendly reminder, telling you that you must register with your real name, and if you don't, they will immediately shut down. I can only say that the impression this friendly reminder leaves on me is like a security guard in a black leather jacket and sunglasses, holding a megaphone and shouting at me, you must register, otherwise we'll shut down. Hotels are supposed to be welcoming places, but now they've turned into high security control centers. When you enter a hotel, the receptionist smiles and says, "Sir, welcome. Please provide your ID for registration. Our peephole will monitor you 24/7. If anyone else enters your room, we will immediately report it to the police. Thank you for your cooperation." I can't help but ask, is this still a hotel? It feels more like a group of big brothers who have illegally crossed over from the parallel world of 1984. The Asian Games is a sports extravaganza, and I completely understand the importance of security. But I sincerely hope that next time, while we enjoy the games, we can also experience a relaxed and pleasant atmosphere, rather than feeling like we're in a real-time surveillance version of The Truman Show. The above is just my personal suggestion. After all, I believe everyone is looking forward to an exciting competition, not a mysterious surveillance show. So, I wish our Asian Games success and I hope everyone can laugh and enjoy themselves. Huawei establishes an innovation center in South Africa. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa welcomed Huawei's new innovation center in Johannesburg, praising Huawei for having confidence in South Africa's economic potential. On the same day, Ramaphosa, Chinese Ambassador Chen Xiaodong, and Huawei's Southern Africa Regional President Chen Lei attended the center's launch ceremony. Ramaphosa also mentioned that adopting Huawei's new technologies will help Africa leap into the fourth industrial revolution. On Thursday, as U.S. climate envoy John Kerry prepared to restart climate talks with China in Beijing, he faced criticism from Republicans, who accused him of having a weak stance towards China. During a hearing, Republicans attacked Kerry for not doing enough to persuade China to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and accused him of prioritizing Chinese interests over American interests. This highlights the dilemma Kerry faces in seeking cooperation with Beijing. Kerry stated that despite tensions between the U.S. and China on trade, human rights, and other issues, it is still significant to find ways for both countries to collectively reduce global emissions. China is the world's largest economy and the largest emitter of greenhouse gases. Kerry emphasized that he firmly believes that if the U.S. refuses to engage in talks with China, It would be the most serious diplomatic and political dereliction of duty. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with China's top diplomat, Wang Yi, in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, on Thursday, marking their second meeting within a month since Blinken's visit to China last month. The United States and China are currently participating as dialogue partners in the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting held in Indonesia. During the East Asia Summit in Jakarta, Australian Foreign Minister Marise Payne held a nearly one-hour meeting with China's director of the Central Foreign Affairs Commission Office, Wang Yi. She expressed Australia's hope for the Chinese government to take more actions regarding trade restrictions between Australia and China. This meeting is seen as a crucial step before Albanian Prime Minister's planned visit to China. If it goes ahead, it will be the first visit by an Australian leader to China since 2016. Payne described her meeting with Wang Yi as a frank dialogue, discussing trade barriers imposed by China on Australian exports and the detention of several Australian citizens. British MPs warn of brazen activities by Chinese spy agencies in the UK. The Intelligence and Security Committee of the UK Parliament, responsible for overseeing government intelligence work, released a new report on July 13, stating that Chinese government spy agencies are conducting brazen activities in the UK, posing a challenge to British intelligence agencies. The report strongly criticized the UK government's inadequate response to the threat posed by China. Germany releases first China strategy. The German government released its long-awaited China strategy on the 13th, emphasizing the need to engage in systematic competition with China and reduce economic dependency risks. Chancellor Scholz tweeted after the release of the new strategy, stating that their goal is not to decouple from Beijing but to reduce reliance on China in key areas in the future. He described the new strategy as a response to a China that has already changed and become more expansionist and aggressive. The South China Sea arbitration case has reached its 7th anniversary, with China reiterating its non-acceptance and non-recognition of the ruling. The Philippine military, on the other hand, stated that they will defend their territory in accordance with international law. At this time, the Hollywood movie, Barbie, has been banned from being screened in Vietnam and the Philippines because it featured a map with the 9-dash line in the South China Sea. On July 12, Philippine censors announced that they have allowed the screening of Barbie, after Warner Brothers blurred the controversial parts of the map. Putin's visit to China on the agenda. The Kremlin revealed on the 12th that Putin's visit to China is on the agenda, and the specific date will be announced once it is confirmed. Kremlin spokesperson Peskov stated that now is the best time to further consolidate the relationship between the two countries. In response to the news of China inviting Putin to visit in October, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin responded on the 12th that China is maintaining communication with its partners regarding the Belt and Road International Cooperation Summit Forum. Regarding the response of South Korean companies caught in the middle of U.S.-China tensions, Choi Tae-yuan, chairman of the Korea Chamber of Commerce and Industry, said, "If we give up the Chinese market, we will not have the ability to recover." The South Korean government should adhere to principles in its relationship with China but also be cautious and flexible. Finding this wisdom is the role the South Korean government should play. According to analysis, Chinese automakers have recently become a threatening presence armed with technological capabilities, competitive pricing, and a solid supply chain ranging from core minerals for batteries to chips. Chinese electric vehicles have broken through the barriers of the domestic market and have gradually become top sellers in major countries such as Europe, Indonesia, and India. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and CEO of Twitter, recently stated that he believes China is interested in an international cooperation framework for artificial intelligence. Musk made these comments during a Twitter event on July 12. Data released by the General Administration of Customs of China on Thursday showed that China's exports in June decreased by 12.4% compared to the same period last year, due to weakened demand after the US and European central banks raised interest rates to curb inflation. In addition, in the first half of this year, 1,200 bank branches were closed in China. According to analysts cited by foreign media, the main reason behind this is the continuous decline in the Chinese economy, leading to reduced financing demand. Hello everyone, I'm your news anchor Yali, providing you with a one-stop service for Chinese news every day. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section, and we will read them carefully and reply to everyone's comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Take care everyone.